time on Apollo Justice Ace Attorney.
Do you think I could ask you some questions?
Of course. I am always willing to help. What is it, Machi? I should be alone.
What seems to be the problem?
He wishes to go out for a breath of fresh air. Would that be all right? Very well.
I sure do hope that Apollo didn't let one of the potential suspects get away.
Oh,
He's probably not that stupid.
I sure hope Mr. Gavin doesn't get upset that I let one of the potential suspects out for some fresh air. It seems so genuine.
I mean,
though.
he's blind, right? How far could he really go?
That means we're not classed as public. We're having a private conversation.
Oh my
Our
god.
relationship
Apollo,
is
put it back in your pants.
How the hell did that happen?
Oh, I know, Apollo. If you really want to impress her, tell her how good you are at finding panties.
Ah, God!
You still have mine, right?
Lamiroir, do you happen to need any lingerie or underwear? Because I'm
Apollo's really good at finding
I've been told I'm real good at finding them.
He's got French panties, he's got thongs, he's got bloomers.
Oh my God! They're all in the court record, by the way.
He's even got the tidy whities.
Mr. Latouche was a talented man. The siren of the ballad. That phrase was his idea, you know.
The siren. That's what he meant. You are the siren, right? When we found Mr. Latouche, he was still alive. I heard him say something. His last words.
He said siren?
Did you see what happened?
I am sorry, but I cannot answer your question.
Where were
snack
you?
time.
The impossible's happened. It's gone.
What's gone?
If it's the body, that's going to
I was
be...
going to say the body.
That'll be so funny because we were just in the room.
Yeah. The body's stupid. What else?
I love the idea that we spoke to Lamiroir, we went out, we wandered upstairs, nothing, we went in the other room, oh, the body's still there, go to Lamiroir, show her the brooch, come back out, body's gone.
There's no need for alarm, Fräulein Detective. All entrances and exits have been sealed. The body will not leave the building. So I suggest we go find ourselves a cadaver.
That stage there must have been lowered before.
That's the tower that Lamiroir and Prosecutor Gavin were singing on.
Someone must have raised it. Apollo, what about that ladder there against the wall? We could use that to take a look up top.
We found two things we were looking for, and one thing we never expected to find.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
The body. And the pianist, Machi Tobaye.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Disillusion Plays Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, where we play the games and do the voices.
Yeah.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Pete.
And I'm Taylor.
Nice. So let's get this show on the road, people.
Yeah.
We've got some
Hopefully,
investigating to do.
in tune. It is vital that this case be wrapped up swiftly, because we're going on tour next week. That's all the powers that be want, really.
Well, those are circumstances, all right. But what makes Machi... Now, Machi is what we've been saying, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. What makes Machi the only possible suspect?
Hair forehead. You're so cute when you're being so dense.
I really don't like it when you lean in like that.
You seem to have forgotten that you're talking to the prosecution. The enemy?
Right. I think I like this side of Prosecutor Gavin better, actually.
Oh, well, that's sweet. I'm not at liberty to discuss the particulars of the case, especially not to the defense attorney.
What? Did you just say me? The defense attorney?
That's what I came to tell you. He's down at the detention center. He wants to request your services. At least I assume that was what he was saying. He was gesticulating wildly, and then he basically pointed to his forehead and then added another 4 fingers. And I was like, yes, I know the guy he's referring to.
Does my hair really make that much of an impression?
No, your forehead, Apollo.
Oh, but you said he stuck the fingers up. I presume he means that my
Forehead.
spikes. Oh.
He pointed at head, forehead. He calls him
For a moment,
forehead.
for a moment there, I thought that my hair had made that much of an impression on him, but no, I see how it is.
The thing is, it would make more of an impression if the
it's-
light reflecting off of your forehead
It's
wasn't
more
blinding everyone
incessant
else.
bullying. Of course it is.
Yeah, I'm afraid it's more of your shiny chrome dome that makes an impression, Apollo.
Trucy, can you not knock on my head while you're saying that, please?
Knock, knock.
It's embarrassing. This is very rude. It's humiliating. He? You mean Machi? Machi wants me.
This is what we've been waiting for, Apollo. Let's get going.
Right.
Good luck. I'm off to question Lamiroir.
Oh, you get the nice one. Jeez, I get the one who doesn't say anything. Right. Later. Oh, I hope I'm up to this.
Probably not, but that's why I was encouraging you as an option.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, I just don't get it. I refuse to believe a cute little kid like that could do something so terrible.
You said that already.
Yeah, well, I'm emphasizing. So this is gonna be a long day. Machi, everything's gonna be okay. We're here for you.
Hi. Maybe you can tell me about last night. Yeah, right.
Stupid Americans at the party.
Wait a minute. I feel like something in there actually sounded like it made sense.
Yeah, it sounded a little bit offensive.
Kind of
Apollo.
sounded a little bit like stupid American, didn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, it really did. Huh?
That's when I realized how tough it must be. A little kid like this? In a country so far from everything he's ever known.
Maybe Lamiroir can help?
Nope, she can't.
But,
Hey!
but isn't she currently engaged with Prosecutor Gavin doing God knows what?
Well-
Presumably having evening dinner, am I right?
Hey. That's
Do
dirty.
you see?
But didn't Prosecutor Gavin say that she was with him?
Well, tough. The Mr. Stinky Prince can't have
Do
our
we
own
really
to
need a
himself.
flashback on this one?
We have been warned about the flashbacks.
Is that all it's gonna be? Good
Hey,
luck.
look, let's be honest. As we know, I have a terrible memory. So this might be one case that I might be able to do.
It was literally a few seconds ago. Is it
was?
really that
Was it?
bad?
Was it?
Oh my god.
Good luck. I'm off to question Lamiroir.
Great.
Though-
Thank you. I guess we wouldn't have got it without that flashback. Jesus Christ.
Meanwhile, Makoto's looking over there like, wow, that's excessive, even by my standards.
You shut up.
Oh my god.
What are you
Check out-
doing here?
Check out our Danganronpa 1 playthrough to find out what we're talking about there and the incessant deadly, deeper deadly.
Well, and the most important one. Mukuro Ikusaba, the one they call the ultimate, oh dang it, I forgot it!
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, the one they call the ultimate despair.
No, Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, is hiding somewhere. Or is it the one they call the ultimate despair?
The one
is
they
hiding
call the ultimate despair, hiding somewhere within the school. Watch out for her.
Well, what are we gonna do?
That's, a good question.
Apart from kill these two.
I can't think of anything we can do but go with this. And hope for the best at the trial tomorrow.
We're screwed.
Do you know where the hotel is?
Did you kill him?
Did you kill romaine lettuce?
Apparently, again, supposedly, Araki invented that name, or Araki. Shutakumi invented.
What are you doing?
I pressed B instead of A.
Wait a minute, the episode's not over yet. Christ.
It's when it went continue, and I just pressed B to continue like an idiot.
Shu Takumi apparently just, got the idea for the name when he was eating salad one day, which makes me wonder if his father named him when he stumbled over a shoe as he was walking and was like, yes, that's what I'm going to name my son, Shu.
Oh, don't besmirch the man like
That
that.
shoe tried to kill me.
Oh God, I forgot I was the judge. Why do I keep forgetting? I should know by now.
You should know.
I should
It's
know.
true.
Do you need a flashback for that?
Yes, do you know what, Taylor? That's exactly what was missing, and that's why I forgot.
Well, you should have watched the recap for this episode.
know.
Actually, that's
right?
true. That's it. That's
It's
it.
true. I haven't done this one yet. This is on me, guys. I apologize profusely. This is all on me. This is my fault for
Oh
not
dear.
remembering.
Oh, I don't like this.
Court is now in session for. How do I say that?
Machi Tobaye, Your Honor. It's really 2 syllables. I'm not quite sure why you're struggling so much with it, but the
It's
pixie
written in
of-
Windings, man.
Oh, did I forget to translate that? Whoops, that's
I
on
guess you
that's
did.
on me. That's on Klavier. The pixie of the arpeggio.
What now? Right. His trial. Court is in session.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is A-OK, Herr Judge.
Hey, that's not ready.
My God, these millennials and these Gen Zers, dingo.
Skibbity toilet.
Oh God, no!
Skibbity, skibbity, skibbity.
No!
No,
This is
no.
the Zoomer version of Ace Attorney.
Oh no!
my
God! Get out!
Murdering is not on fleek.
Oh God! I'm withering here.
Sarah's physically turning into dust.
Yes, I am.
She's been Thanos snapped. I know, I'm sorry. It was bad.
Yes, I agree. Oh my God! I
Oh
can't.
no.
Sorry. Why is that
Big
funny? Who
yikes,
knows?
bestie.
Shut up, you. Very well, Prosecutor Gavin.
My opening statement, yeah?
No, actually. Getting ahead of yourself. There was something else I wanted to ask you about.
Yes? Did you want tickets to the concert again?
God, no. I thought I was deaf before. I'm not Jeff even more now.
Jeff.
Can't stand that bloody noise. Say you're going to visit someone in the hospital with an incurable disease. What do you say to them? Asking for a friend.
Is this really the time?
Beg pardon?
I know, I'm like, what?
Court is in session, right?
Is my daddy in hospital again?
Uh-oh.
Huh?
I mean, you wouldn't say get well soon, right? You don't even... Where is this going, Judge? We would only be kicking them when they're down.
What are you talking about?
I honestly have no idea.
Judge. How is this relevant to the case?
Look, he doesn't
Judge,
get-
is
look,
this
look,
really the time?
Look, guys, he doesn't have many friends. He doesn't get much chance to speak to people, and he just needs to ask someone a
Oh
question.
my God, the judge is us.
No cap. This is kind of weird.
We are the judge.
We are the judge. I'm...
I would let him cook, but this is really starting to sound,
Taylor, will you stop?
cap.
It's based.
Oh my God. Actually, I'm going to visit someone who is terminally ill.
I love how they
right
just.
after this trial, the Chief Justice's son.
I love that all we're doing is like just starting to show how like not up with the modern terms we are.
We're not at all.
All we're doing is just showing everyone what boomer energy we have, I guess.
Oh no.
But we aren't boomers, let's put it that way. We are actually younger, we're not part of that generation.
No.
go away. We're actually millennials. Up yours.
I don't know. That's a pretty
Justice-
mid opinion, Pete. Personally, I think I'm pretty lit.
Oh my god.
That's some real NPC energy you're showing.
Oh, why don't you just quiet quit over there then?
Oh my
I think that's a different thing.
Everyone, please help me. I don't know what's happening now.
We can't go down.
I'm just practicing my wrists, Sarah.
We can't.
We're trying to secure the bag.
We can't go
Like
down from
Sigma males.
Oh my god! I wish I was dust.
I can't. I don't know
Let's
it
carry
enough.
on.
Let's try
We
to.
shouldn't sleep on this Zoomer language because it slaps. Okay, now I'm actually done.
Have you
Have you done?
Have you exhausted your Gen Z vocabulary there, Taylor?
Guys.
Yes, so
come
far,
on.
yes.
Come on.
The Chief Justice?
The son is afflicted with a most terrible disease.
He put
That's
his
probably
right
not going to be
hand out-
plot.
He
Don't
put his
you-
right hand out of commission in spectacular fashion.
I'm sure this isn't going to wind up being plot relevant later, by the way.
Yeah, probs.
Mm-hmm.
See, when I say it, it doesn't knock Sarah out in the same way.
I
in the
was
same way that you
trying
do.
not to because I'm trying to keep us on track.
Generally, it's because I want the joke to end quickly, though, so we can actually get back on track. I just wanted to.
You just wanted to ruin me.
Well,
You wanted
no,
to
not
ruin-
exactly.
I also had a mouthful of tea and did not want to spit it all over the microphone.
No, that's probably for the best.
He doesn't have long, it seems.
Ah,
So I
right.
thought I'd go pay him a visit.
Now.
What?
I thought saying something moving might be the order of the day.
What?
Why don't grown-ups ever just say what's on their mind instead of pretending?
Social anxiety, dear girl.
Yeah.
Looking at me with disgust. Hey, what are you looking at me like that for?
Oh, no reason.
Also, sorry, Pete. It was another case of the auto-advancing dialogue.
Afraid so.
In any case, I'm a bit busy today, so let's wrap this up quickly. Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement, briefly.
You're in luck, Herr Judge.
Right, okay, thank you very much. Now, let's get on with it.
Guilty, cause adjourned by.
I believe you'll be going on your hospital visit sooner than you think.
It's like clonks him over the head.
Why does that sound threatening?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, just like smacks him over the head with the gavel.
I'm
See
going
what
to
I
send
mean?
you there. First, to review the victim in this case. Romaine Latoute.
35.
35.
Wow.
What with that widow's peak.
Shoot, Takumi, what do you think 35-year-olds look like? Christ almighty!
Does my hairline recede that far?
Holy
well,
crap,
no.
if my hairline recedes that much between now and then, I'm gonna be real upset. The global manager for the songstress Lamiroir. The cause of death? Blood loss due to being shot by a large caliber revolver.
And how he didn't lose his arm in the
I was
process
gonna
is
say,
beyond
yeah,
me.
like it didn't blow him to pieces.
This report has all the details.
Court accepts this into evidence.
I'm not going to read it, I'm just going to put the folder here. Very good, moving on.
It was like,
45 caliber. Oof. It's quite large, isn't it?
well, that's what Emma was saying, yeah.
That's what my wife used to say to me all those years ago.
Oh, wow, thanks, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thanks for that image.
A direct hit from that could knock a man off his feet. Cool.
Or blow his arm off, even.
However, the bullet struck him in his shoulder. The damage to the body was slight. Death was not immediate.
Slight with a 45 caliber. How far away did they shoot him from?
Well, you know, he was a large man, and yeah, I think his muscles were so strong that it just lessened the impact. Sadly, his blood loss was such that he could not be saved.
I suppose the victim's condition could have been much worse, considering.
Yeah, sure.
Not without our rating going up by a couple of ages, unfortunately.
Now I'm thinking of Taylor's thing with the pink. Is it the Pink Panther? No.
Yeah, the Pink
It was
Panther.
fatal.
How fatal.
Completely. I want to speak to him now. You can't. He's dead. 2 shots were fired. 1 shot missed, the other penetrated and passed through the victim's shoulder.
Oof.
Both bullets were found on the wall at the scene. Observe the diagram. This is where the bullets hit.
I see. Court accepts this evidence.
Okay.
If we're talking about a 45 caliber revolver.
Everyone trying to do it.
What? I wasn't just trying to do it.
I'm just amused that
Okay.
everyone's trying to do it.
We must assume that the killer was adept at the weapon's use.
Well, considering it took 2 shots, I don't know. I mean, it's a gun, so honestly, at a certain point, it's kind of, point and shoot, but yes.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently, weapons that size have a powerful kickback. If, say, the judge tried to fire one, it'd break every bone in his body.
The defense will take more care in choosing examples.
Your Honor, I think it must be like a Tourette's thing, because he just can't help himself from, expressing negative sentiment about people that are right in front of him. I don't know what it is. As I was saying, the victim was shot backstage in a dressing room. This dressing room has only one entrance.
Blimey,
This door.
Was it a locked door?
It's another locked room mystery, I'm afraid.
Does seem to be the case, yes.
However, there were witnesses who heard the gunshots.
He's talking about you and Emmer, huh?
Yet when the witnesses entered the room, it was empty, save for the victim's body, of course.
But that's impossible.
Bam! Exactly. This murder was impossible. For all but one person.
Dick Gumshoe.
Hey, pal.
Hey.
Person?
One person.
Odd person?
One person. That is, of course, the defendant, Machi Tobaye.
Only this defendant could have committed the crime? But how?
It's quite simple. The circumstances of the crime scene make it clear.
Very well. I assume you have testimony to back this claim?
Undoubtedly.
See. Please show the witness to the stand.
Oh, I wasn't expecting Emma, okay?
Okay.
Your name and profession, please?
Yeah, she's the witness, not the accused.
Emma Skye. I'm a detective for the police department. I was on security detail at the concert forum that night.
So you did a bad job. We'll add that to the record as well.
How about you shut up, you glimmerous fop?
Emma seems tired somehow.
Permission to treat the witness as hostile?
Oh, don't get me started. I'll dispose of you scientifically.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, Mr. Gavin, she probably knows of quite a few ways to dispose of a body and leave no trace. She is a scientist, after all.
I suppose so, but there's one thing you must remember, Apollo. You can't kill rock and roll.
Well, I mean, sure. Say that to the vat of acid as it eats away at your
I'm pretty
body.
sure Apollo thinks that you already did kill it from the sounds that you were making the other night.
Wow. Good one,
Ouch!
Security at the concert, you say?
Some security I was. Couldn't even stop a murder.
I mean, you kind of did leave us in charge of watching the room, and we were civilians. It's not very good.
Apollo, shut up.
Sorry.
Now, don't blame yourself, and things like this happen. I've made even bigger mistakes in my career, you know?
I'm sure that makes her feel much better.
I want to hear about these bigger mistakes.
Not
Well,
now.
there was this one woman named Dahlia Hawthorne. Well,
Oh, God.
I'm ashamed to say that I might have treated her with more respect and softer judgment than I perhaps should have, because I thought she was cute. Mrs. Judge, let me after that one.
Turns out she was actually quite
Was that him
the
or
devil.
was that the Canadian judge?
I think both of them were on
Well,
it.
they're
weren't
both on it. I couldn't-
No, because the first time it was him when she was being accused originally.
It was
Yeah,
I
with-
forgot
with
she's
Cherry
been
Falls,
up twice.
right?
Yeah.
And then the second time it was
Canadian judge.
Canadian judge.
Because they couldn't know that Edgeworth was being a
That was it. Yeah.
defense attorney for some reason. Anyway, in any case, because you were on security detail, the crime was quickly discovered. And we were able to identify the killer. You may give the court your testimony, if you would. Describe the circumstances of that day and your discovery of the crime, please.
All right.
Make sure you speak into the microphone so everyone can hear you condemn a small child.
Oh, God.
You know, I could really use a snack time right about now.
Oh, dang.
The night of the murder, I was on security backstage at Prosecutor Gavin's request.
Oh, so it's his fault.
Only people involved with the concert in some way were allowed backstage. At the beginning of the third set, I heard shots. I went into the room filled with blaring rock music, if you can even call it that, and found the body.
It was just noise.
I examined the scene and determined that I'll try that again. I examined the scene and determined that only the defendant could have done it.
Okay.
It was lucky that a detective was the first on the scene.
Well, not technically, but close enough.
But that door was the only way out of the room, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
And I don't get it. How can they say that Machi did it?
Looks like we need a bit more information.
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination.
Very well. The defense may begin hitting the press button relentlessly.
That's how we roll, baby.
Hell yeah! Okay. Hold it! The night of the murder was the night of the concert, yes?
Well done. You put 2 and 2 together and made 5.
You don't need to be rude! We just need to establish all the facts!
That's right.
What was a detective doing on security detail, might I ask? If it was only a concert.
My thoughts exactly. But orders are orders, even when they come from rock gods.
Prosecutor Gavin?
Yes, the rock god in question. Yes, allow me to explain. I smelled something that day, you might say. The stench of a conspiracy.
You know, that's probably just you, Mr. Stinky Prince.
Yeah, you realize that mostly that's just paranoia, right?
That's very rude. I have you know that I have a very good nose for conspiracy.
Okay.
I wish we didn't have a good nose to smell your stinkiness.
That
Gossip.
day at the concert hall.
Conspiracy?
That was what I just said. Keep up. Well, isn't it obvious? My keys, that whole morning, no, the whole day was ruined. And it's all because someone stole my keys.
They're suspicious lot, these rock gods, aren't they?
Just a bit.
I couldn't ride my hog to the show. I couldn't open my guitar case.
Jeez, is he all right?
I think he's having a moment.
Is he gonna need some... Hey, do you need some blood pressure
I
meds?
think he's gonna pop an aneurysm
I
or
think
something.
he is. Yeah, we might need a medic over here.
Show you to mock a rock god.
There he goes again.
Isn't it possible he simply misplaced them?
Misplaced them?
Oh, God.
Misplaced items don't just wander into a murder victim's hand on their own.
Wait a minute. What's this? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait, no, hold on now.
So it was you?
Hold on, Octung, back it up.
What's this? Prosecutor Gavin, if your keys were in the victim's hand, that makes you a prime suspect.
Dun, dun, dun.
just try and just divert attention with weird
Love,
noises.
slow acting and new. Atroquinine is waiting for you.
What the
I
hell is
didn't ask for a quest for a concert now.
what is atroquinine?
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out in a minute.
Shall we give it a minute?
I'm not gonna. If you would like me to look it up, I will. But I'm not gonna do it of my own accord.
We could just flash something up on the screen.
Maybe.
Atroquinine.
Not a word.
He's, I think he's attempting to
I'm
sing
on the
something.
highway to hell.
And I think that's already been covered. He's singing something.
What the hell was that noise just now?
I don't know.
Does everything with this guy have to be so over the top?
The killing happened in the middle of my concert. I was, like a sailor, adrift on a sea of sound.
Oh my god. Right, okay.
You could say, come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. Anyway, I didn't want anything else stolen. So I put the detective with the most time on their hands on the task.
I see. I can accept that.
Well, I can't. What do you mean time on their hands?
Well, let's be honest, about 3/4 of your shift is usually just stuffing snackoos in your face, and the remaining 1/4 is you talking about doing stuff scientifically.
Hey,
Oh, he
hey,
has got her there.
I need all the energy I can get, all right?
Yes, for all the nothing you do. Yes, I understand.
Oh, he's gonna be in trouble.
Judge is like, please, the testimony.
Please, please, for the love of God, the testimony.
After he did the initial disruption, the whole thing is just descending into chaos. Okay, only people involved in the concert were allowed backstage. Hold it! We weren't, but we were allowed there. We were let in, though.
I didn't know about that. I certainly didn't invite you.
Well, okay.
I gave the Fräulein special permission to be there. I wanted to see her again. That's, don't like the way that one is phrased. Do.
Oh boy! Did you hear that? We're officially in
Gee, great!
Some other hangers-on tried to get backstage, but I drove them off.
Yes,
So-
with your face, it's not very hard to drive men away, is it?
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I think she's quite nice, actually. You're just mean, Stinky Prince.
Yeah, that's
So-
mean. Don't be mean to a lady.
Anyway.
What kind of gentleman are you?
So, no other outsiders were there then.
And then, well,
Don't get me started. Hold it!
Plum?
I believe we were having a chat when we heard the shots.
a chat, is that what you call it?
A chat? Yes. We were
You
chatting.
were the only one chatting. I was eating snackoos.
Okay. See, from this shot, it kind of looks like a pepperami.
It looks like a dry sausage, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
I know it's not,
Look,
people.
Look,
but-
at the end of the day, I know everyone seems to think that we keep obsessing over these, and we've had countless comments describing what these are. I just think it's really funny that people think we care so much about a freaking snack. I mean,
We're
come
just
on.
saying what it looks like.
It looks like a pepperami. Get off my case.
Oh, hey, no snacking in court.
And you're sure the shots came from Lamiroir's room?
No, they came from up your ass.
Well,
Yes, absolutely. The room, not his ass.
Hey, I'm the one being cross-examined here. Here, this'll keep you quiet.
Ow! Thanks. So, how about it, Emma?
We were right there. Not to be mistaken about that.
Please, either talk or eat, not both at the same time.
Sorry,
I know.
Dad.
What is with these kids and manners? Good lord.
Right, so after that, Me and Mr. Lawyer there opened the dressing room door.
Okie dokie. Hold it! Rock? That's what that was?
Yeah. Oh.
Blaring, yes.
Oh, I just thought it was static, honestly.
When you say rock, are you referring to perhaps this rock and roll music that's so popular these days?
God, you're such a boomer.
What's a boomer?
That is quite a lot of boomer energy. No
What's
cap.
a boomer? Is it like a boom box? No!
Yeah, that's right. That's right. When we went into the dressing room, we got a flashback. Music was blaring over the speaker on the wall.
They pipe sound from the stage into the backstage through speakers. That way people in the back can hear when they're supposed to be on stage.
It's also supposed to be so that people can remember their cues, but unfortunately, it didn't help Darian.
Fortunately, I imagine that Darian probably can't hear him from wherever he is. Did it have to be so loud?
You don't listen to the Gaviners with your ears. You feel it with your entire body and soul.
Ah, right, okay, hence the butt clench, right,
Yeah,
okay.
I definitely felt something, the onset of a headache.
I always have the backstage monitors at full volume.
Wow.
Oof. When we walked into the room, the band was playing Guilty Love, I believe,
Oh, right, that's what that was.
making it easy to determine the time of the crime.
If you could hear that music playing,
Then everyone on stage for that song has an alibi, including myself.
Anyway, I closed off the scene and started my investigation.
I mean,
Don't you mean relied on 2 civilians to do the investigation for you?
No, I was actually there for the investigation. I just had to go and turn in the report. Thank you very much.
hold it! How could you know something like that?
As I said, it was clear from the circumstances. Listen,
But can you describe the circumstances, maybe?
I'm just about to, if you give me a minute. We know there was only one exit from the room, that door. The small window only opened a tiny crack, and I was standing in front of that door. So, how could the killer have fled the scene?
Using the air vent above.
There's only one possibility.
Oh.
The air vent.
Yep.
oh,
Well, unless they went into the TV world. They went to the.
Oh,
they went
yeah,
into,
that's a
they
good
stepped
thought.
into the TV and went to the Midnight Channel.
Yeah, and they met Teddy, and they
Yeah,
got
yeah, yeah.
special glasses so they
Teddy
could
helped
see through
him.
the fog.
No, they'd already have those. Teddy will have helped him get away. Objection! But that air vent was too small. Who could possibly? Oh wait.
And now the defense is making my point for me, which is great.
Oh, no,
Exactly.
I sound pretty stupid, don't I?
There's certainly no way you could get through. Or me.
Yeah, not with hips like that.
I'm gonna ignore that.
I guess this is why he's still single.
Yeah. The only one who could fit through was a child.
He might be a rock god, but that doesn't mean he's not an asshole. A child?
Remember? Access to those rooms was limited. Only those involved with the concert were allowed.
And of all the people involved with the concert, only one is small enough to be considered a child.
It's not you, Trucy. Don't worry.
Oh, thank God. I thought I was gonna go down the same route as my dad's assistant.
Oh no! Wait a minute. I'm your dad's assistant, aren't I?
Well,
You're not going to become
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Wait a second.
the defendant.
the pixie of the arpeggio flitted up toward the sky.
What?
By which I mean he climbed up the stepladder
Huh?
and disappeared from the scene of the crime.
Objection! But that's just conjecture.
Oh, there was no other way out of that room.
He could have hidden under
You
the
were
chair.
there. You should know, Hair Forehead. Unless all of that space in that forehead is just empty.
God damn it.
And there's another vital piece of evidence.
Evidence? What?
No. Evidence is what you use in a trial, sweetheart. You have to collect the evidence and then present it to make a point. I know it must be confusing when you got your law degree from fastlawdegrees.com, but that's how it works.
He really is an asshole, isn't he?
Okay, Mr. Big Shot. Okay. We're gonna do this. We're doing this. Okay. So, if I'm supposed to submit all of the evidence beforehand, why have you only just submitted the autopsy report right here and now? That's exactly what I'm doing, Big Shot.
Listen. The rules on the autopsy report were established by Miles Edgeworth years and years ago. You can only submit it at the very last second when it's the worst possible timing for the defense.
Well,
everyone knows that rule. My hands are tied.
Well, if I'm reading this room scientifically, I would say this is a really, really bad point for me to submit my evidence. So, ha!
Fair enough.
Point mooted.
Apollo's just like look at the clock, just going like, when is it going to be over? Like, God, I just want to.
So I'm looking at this. The thing is, so normally when you're, well, I don't know what the British spelling is, but it's like when you're spelling grill like that, there's usually an E at the end, because otherwise it's just like air vent grill, like what you fry hamburgers on.
I can't say I've really noticed it with an E.
Yeah, I'm not
It doesn't really matter.
Sure. I always thought it was that. I'm not sure.
I don't think it. Well, again, maybe it's an Americanism. I don't know. Having the E.
Marks were found on the air vent grill.
Oh wait, you don't have grills in England, of course.
Yes, we do, Taylor.
You two quite finished.
What do you mean two? It was him.
Traces that it had recently been opened.
Wait, what?
And something else was found quite clearly.
Why didn't you say this before?
Well, submitting evidence at the inappropriate time. Oh, and I lost my line.
Well, what? Oh my
What
god.
did she say?
And it's just going away. I'm trying to press history. Okay.
The defendant, Machi Tobaye's fingerprints.
What? What?
Order!
Bam! That air vent was the only way out of the room. And honestly, the fact that he vented makes him pretty sus. The defendant's fingerprints were found on the grill.
Damn it! Jesus!
I don't regret it. I mean, I regret it a little bit, but not that much.
Imbreviate is not a word.
The defendant's fingerprints were found on that grill. Well, Air Forehead, what fairy tale does this suggest to you? I don't know why I keep calling him. I guess it's because it's a pixie. It feels like a kind of a tenuous metaphor, but I'm gonna go with it, damn it. Oh, for God's sake, it continues. Only one could pass through that vent, that doorway to heaven.
What the hell are you talking
I think
about?
I'll make a song like that, like a doorway to heaven. Or knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
Or a stepladder to heaven. Or a stairway to heaven, maybe?
Stairway to heaven, that's good. How has nobody thought of that before?
Trademarked.
And that one is our pixie.
Why are you looking at me, Apollo?
Because honestly, I'm just thinking, shall we leave?
Hey, I was whooping it up in the audience.
So, this was his decisive evidence.
Yes,
Quite decisive indeed.
thank you.
I believe that's enough of that.
I think so too.
Prosecution has a rather convincing case. The only way in and out of the crime scene was watched, making the defendant the only one who could have possibly leave the scene. Simple and decisive.
Perfect. I told you to be going to the hospital early. Let's wrap up and have lunch.
I believe we've heard enough to determine our verdict. Even if I wasn't in a hurry to make a hospital visit.
I'm sure the Chief Justice will appreciate the gesture. Male, strong hand or something, wasn't it?
God.
Unfortunately, we have no direct witnesses. Fortunately, the criminal left decisive evidence for us. That will have to be enough.
It can't be over already.
Didn't, Latouche mention something, talk to witness, siren, or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also intrigued how the body seemed to move as well. Like, how does that explain?
Yeah.
Very well. I believe this trial is finished.
I'm also really concerned about, well, I say really concerned. I'm also curious, that's better, about that absolutely not writing in blood above his finger.
And the suspect
Wait,
magician guy.
11037?
Oh, no.
For God's sake. It's just a bunch of random numbers.
If the defense has no contradicting evidence,
The prosecution has presented our proof, clear and plain. If you have contradicting evidence, it'd better be clear and plain.
Apollo, they've got us on the ropes already. We'd better come up with something quick.
I know,
It needs
I
to
know.
be as clear and plain as the sweat on your forehead.
Think. What can get us out of this?
He's like, Mr. Hat, stage a kidnapping again, Trucy. We'll figure this out.
We need evidence or a witness that can prove Machi is innocent beyond a doubt. Without that,
Mr. Justice, do you have contradicting proof that could overturn the prosecution's case? You better
I
bloody
don't know.
not,
Let me
because I'm
just
going to be late otherwise.
let me just press some buttons and a
What
thing
are you
I got.
doing?
Nothing.
If you do, you better tell us about it now.
This is it. It's so soon. If I mess this one up, it's all over.
Well, that was a quick case, guys. I mean, even considering the disillusioned plays time, we managed to wrap it up pretty fast.
Court wants contradicting proof.
I think it's got to be call a witness, and it's got to be Lamiroir, because that was
Yeah.
what Mr. Latouche said to him.
Okay. Prosecutor Gavin, you claim that there were no witnesses to this crime. Are you are you absolutely sure?
Absolutely. I'd swear it on my career as a prosecutor.
Huh.
And on my million-seller hit song, Atraquinine, My Love. Available now in the iTunes Store and on Spotify.
What? What the hell is an iTunes?
I suppose it's Apple Music and Spotify, isn't it? That shows you how much I use Apple
Well,
products.
I'm just it's more. I'm just thinking the time frame of this. Although it's in the future, isn't it? So they're probably past that now.
There he goes again.
That's too bad. Because there was a witness.
Oh, really now? But how did you come to possess knowledge the prosecution clearly does not know?
Because I am the only one in the world who knows this.
Here we go again.
What's going on? I just talked to him, and now he's alive. Mr. Latouche, can you hear me?
Cold. So cold. Witness.
You're cold? Don't worry. You're going to be fine. Help is on the way.
Can't see.
Hang in there, Mr. Latouche. Tell me, who was the witness?
The witness is silent.
What? The victim said this before he died?
Perhaps he did, and perhaps he did not.
Oh, shut it, you! What do you mean by that?
All we know is what Hair Forehead says he said. And he can, and I can say that he said that this guy said the thing that he said. But if he didn't actually say it, well, then Hair Forehead saying it doesn't actually say anything. It's no testimony, especially since it comes from the defense attorney himself.
Objection!
What?
But it's the truth. He said it. I even told you about it. But apparently, you ignored me completely.
It's my policy to fully investigate everything I deem relevant. Clearly, this rookie lawyer thinks he can tell me how to do my job. You're a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck, Apollo.
That's enough! Mr. Justice, we need clear contradictory proof from you. This witness of yours, unknown to the prosecution. I hope you're right. Failure carries a stiff penalty.
Okay.
Perhaps a stiffer penalty than usual is called for.
There's no backing out now.
Let's hear the name of your witness, Mr. Justice.
Phoenix Wright.
Darian.
So, are we...
Yeah.
Take that!
Lamiroir?
Recall Mr. Latusse's last words.
Here we go again.
The witness is
Defense, was it really necessary to initiate a flashback just for that?
Hey, I'm not the one who's got my fingers on the frickin' video player, dude.
The siren? Aha! He meant the siren!
No, actually it was...
siren.
That's right. The siren of the ballad, Lamiroir. Lamiroir was only on stage for the second set. And she had access to the backstage area. She could have been a witness.
I see. Well, Prosecutor Gavin,
My claim still stands. There was no witness to this crime.
very well. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth then, shall we?
How the hell are we gonna find
No,
out?
Your Honor, you can't call women horses. They don't really like that.
Says you who's been insulting Miss Skye all this...
She's hardly a lady.
Mr. Gavin, do I have to hold you in contempt of court for being a misogynistic barstool?
No, she's hardly ladylike at all.
I'll ignore that. We will now take a break from Detective Emma Skye's cross-examination. Please show Lamiroir to the witness stand.
Besides, the daggers she's staring at at Mr. Gavin right now suggest that we should probably have her evacuate the area before some real
I'm
damage
beginning
gets
to grow
dealt.
worried for your safety, Prosecutor Gavin.
I feel I'm going to be the judge for your murder if you're not careful.
Yes. Lamiroir would say nothing the night of the murder. Not today, though. Today we'll drag that story out of her no matter what it is. Get you, son of a bitch.
Son of a blibly.
Son of a blibly.
It is my distinct honor to welcome the siren of the ballad to our courtroom.
You are too kind.
You could speak English.
Yes, I can. Although I'm not very good. There is much I do not know.
You speak so well. Have you spent time here before?
Your Honor!
Stop flirting!
Actually, I do not know how I came by my knowledge of your language.
Oh, I just knocked your head and started being able to speak English then.
I guess so. Nor where I studied it.
What?
What?
What does she mean she doesn't know?
Yeah, that one kind of stumps me as well, if I'm being honest. I, too, thought to call her as a witness, but I did not. I had a reason, of course.
What's that?
Not telling. Lamiroir suffers from amnesia.
Oh, great.
Amnesia?
You know, that anime protagonist thing?
What the hell's an anime?
Lamiroir is not my true name. Yet I remember nothing of the time I was given it. Before at the time I was given it. Nothing of the time before I started singing on stage.
Whoa, she's even more mysterious than I thought.
As lauded singer Lamiroir, she lives a good life. There are little difficulties for her, thanks to her success. Yet, I did not wish to subject her to unnecessary stress, not like the defense, who doesn't seem to have any kind of hesitation at having a poor amnesiac woman on the stand trying to recount these painful memories when her memory is already hazy to begin with.
Well, if there's one thing we like to do on Ace Attorney, it's dig up people's demons and parade them around for everyone in court to see.
Yeah, I guess it was all that, Mr. Stinky Prince, and not for your image. Not that she's going to ruin you.
I see. I care surprisingly little about people's pasts. You have nothing to fear in this court, Lamiroir.
Thank you.
By the way,
I guess.
In retrospect, that was why my first 3 marriages failed. But, you know.
I just want you to know that I am a serial killer. Well, it doesn't really matter now.
It's in the past.
It's all in the past, really.
I killed him, yeah.
Oh, no.
Jesus. Thank you. Yet there is something I do not understand. I am being called as a witness? What might I say? No one would tell me anything of what happened.
I know. Isn't it so mean and awful of the defense to put you up there?
Oh,
I
God
feel
damn
sorry
it,
for you.
man.
Lamiroir, for a moment, let me not be Klavier and let me be frank. I did not want to ask you up here to testify.
he puts on the glasses with the nose and the mustache.
Oh my god!
Like the typical disguise. Let me be frank now. Like, hello there, I'm Frank.
Yet that young gentleman with the wide forehead over there was adamant that you stand.
Oh my!
I know.
Congratulations, Apollo. You're the bad guy.
Duh.
Well, now that you're here, please give us your testimony.
I do not remember. Thank you for your testimony. You may step down.
If nothing else, the sound of your voice is welcome.
Stop flirting.
Good Lord!
Tell us what you saw the night of the crime.
Mrs. Judge is at home with the rolling pin.
Rolling pin in the hair curlers.
Yeah. Swacking the rolling pin against the palm of her hand.
Why has she got a direct feed into the
Oh,
court?
you think you're some young spring chicken, do you? Why, I ought to turn you into chicken pie.
Oof.
Those chickens are up to something.
Now I'm amused. This is all the line she's going to say, and then the testimony ends.
It won't be, but oh my God. If it is, that would be
Just
funny.
roll end credits.
Yeah. As for what I saw nothing.
Oh God, I was really hoping it was going to be it.
Was I. That night I was invited to sing on stage, and this I did. I did not return backstage after the second set. And then I was led by the police and to Mr. Gavin's dressing room and told to wait there. That was when I learned that something had happened, but I wasn't told the details.
Well. Looks like the defense called you up here for a whole lot of nothing.
I must say, you sound wonderful just testifying.
Your Honor!
Control yourself, Your Honor.
I hope he was too distracted to hear what she was actually saying.
I was not.
Damn!
I hung on
there.
every
There you have it. She saw nothing that night. Now we can only pray that the defense has the sense to admit defeat.
God damn it!
And refrain from detaining her here longer than need be.
Wow, you just got better, Apollo. Way to go.
Although, I mean...
Unless he's as dense as his forehead is wide, he'll realize the futility of continuing this line of inquiry.
Mr. Gavin's got you there, Apollo.
Chicks dig bad guys, right? I guess I can maybe...
They always say that.
Yeah, well, I guess I've got that going for me.
Ugh.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Keep it short and sweet.
Lamiroir wouldn't talk to me the night of the crime. She must know something. I've got to find out what.
Press everything.
I have a feeling this is going to be where Mr. Bracelet gets involved.
Maybe. As for what I saw...
No, hold it! But you must have seen something. Mr. Latouche named you.
Mr. Latouche? How can I tell you what I don't know?
Lamiroir! He said you were a witness with his dying words!
I do not know what he meant to say, but at that night...
Hold it! It was a great concert.
Oh, thank you.
You heard
Not-
me.
Not you!
You heard me sing? Thank you.
I was hoping to get an autograph later, actually.
Of course.
Mr. Justice, this is a cross-examination. You're out of line.
Oh, says you, Mr. Flirty Pants over there.
Penalty. If anyone deserves an autograph here, it's me.
No!
And my gavel would be nice.
No!
And I'm not talking about the one that I bang
One on
against the
his
desk.
Oh, no!
I'm never washing this again.
Oh.
Here, Judge.
I don't like the idea of him calling his a gavel. Like, oh yes, let me bang my gavel a few times. Like, no, please. Please, no. Oh,
What's this?
what's this trash?
It's my autograph. Now keep this trial moving.
I don't want your autograph.
Why would I want this
Too
piece
bad.
of crap?
What? Oh, my grandchild will be so happy.
Oh. Apparently his grandson is a big fan. Wonderful.
I don't know why that got me. Let us continue, shall we? If you would, Lamiroir. Tell us what you...
So I just felt
Did
Apollo's
have-
just losing
You're
his mind.
Stellar performance. I just like to...
Oh, I need to actually press the
That's
button.
it, you need to press that
It's
one.
alright, I'm being stupid. I didn't.
Hold it! You did not return backstage once? Where were you then? What were you doing?
I was cleaning up on stage. There are many things I must do for a performance other than simply sing.
And was Machi with you at the time?
Unfortunately, I do not know where he was.
Oh, so much for an alibi for Machi. Hold it! With Machi, correct? How was he then?
He seemed as he always does. Though I believe he was shocked by the news of Mr. Letus's death.
I guess it's hard to get a gauge behind those sunglasses, right?
Yet, he's not the type to show much emotion.
They're like cataract glasses.
Yes, he's given the police no end of headaches. He answers most questions with silence, and those glinting frames speak nothing.
Yeah,
And no one speaks wingdings either. The questioning hasn't gotten very far.
We sat there, waiting.
Okay.
hold it! How was the incident explained to you?
I was told nothing in detail, only that Mr. Letus died.
Of course, investigations require some security.
But Mr. Letus was my manager. I wanted to know more. I should have been told. Both Machi and I were beside ourselves with concern.
Allow me to apologize, but please understand. Keeping you in the dark was as painful for me as it was for you.
Oh, I'm sure it was, Mr. Silvertongue.
Yes, I understand.
Think. What doesn't ring true about her testimony?
Sorry.
It's hard to imagine Lamiroir lying.
She might not be lying, but she's hiding something. Why wouldn't she tell me the night of the murder?
But what wouldn't she tell him the night of the murder?
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry, we gotta end the episode.
Oh,
guys.
but what's good?
I know, it's a
no program.
I know, and it's a rubbish place to end it, but I'm sorry, otherwise we're going to keep going forever.
We are, it's true.
Thank you very much for tuning in and watching, guys. If you do like what we do, then please consider giving us a like, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell. You'll be notified of our video uploads every Wednesday and Saturday. And in the meantime, we've got plenty of other content on the channel. Why not go check it out? Share it with your friends.
Yeah.
And until next time, we'll see you again.
Catch you in the next one, everybody.
And remember, everyone, if you unfortunately have to visit somebody who's terminally ill in the hospital, don't just ask Apollo and Gavin what to say. That's a bad idea. You're not going to get good advice.